Hello dear students, here in this video we are going to discuss about the previous year questions of JNU Entrance Test 2017 from the topic taxonomy and diversity. So again I am here with the previous questions, and definitely the questions are so easy and you will definitely get easily understand these questions. Before starting the question, again I am saying that dear students, please like and subscribe our channel to get more such type of videos on the various types of examinations, which will definitely help you for your future. So please like our channel, subscribe our channel, and press the bell icon. Let's start the questions. So the first question is, the timber yielding plants such as pine, fir, spruce, cedar that occurs in a widely in a hilly region. So these are the few type of trees which are very common in a highly, or we can say high altitude or hilly regions. In this case of India belongs to these all plants, they belongs to which particular plant category? That is a simple question. And if you know the little bit botany, definitely you can identify they all are the type of gymnospermic plants. So they all are the example of gymnosperms. Next question, the typical characteristics of sclerenchyma. What are the sclerenchymatous cells? Sclerenchymatous cells are the very thick wall containing cells. So certain statements are given about the sclerenchyma. We have to identify the correct one. Let's see. Primary cell wall is thickened in all sides. If you're talking about the sclerenchyma, they are get formed because of the deposition of secondary substances, or we can say sclerenchymatous cells, they mainly have a secondary cell wall. So primary cell wall, if it is present in a plant cell, then it is not a sclerenchymatous cell, it will be the parenchymatous cell. So the options which is having primary cell wall, they are not the answer. Secondary cell wall. Secondary cell wall is thickened in all the side. Yes, this is more true about the sclerenchymatous tissue. Because if you're talking about the parenchyma, in this case, a primary cell wall is present. Apart from primary cell wall, we can see there is no secondary cell wall formation. And the walls will be very thin. And the cell will be filled with a lot of cytoplasmic content. And mainly parenchymatous cells are meant for a storage. But if you're talking about the sclerenchymatous tissues are generally dead tissues. Most of the time, some living sclerenchymatous tissues are also present. And if you're talking about the formation of sclerenchyma, so the deposition of various types of wall synthesizing component, it takes place in a uniform in all the sides in a cell wall. If you're talking about the collenchyma, in case of collenchyma, the secondary substances, it is get deposited into the corners of the cell. But if you're talking about the sclerenchyma, so you can see the deposition of the substances, it is uniform on all the sides. So the correct answer should be B. Secondary wall is thickened in certain regions, especially corners. This is the case in terms of collenchymatous. Next question, again, very easy question, interesting question. Which of the following is the ancestor of chordates? So according to the phylogenetic classification, if you're talking about the ancestor of chordate, so the question is not actually up to the mark. Echinoderms, arthropods, molluscans, and annelids. So if you're talking about the annelids, these are the example of annelids. If you're talking about the molluscans are this organisms, annelids are this, and arthropods are. So if you're talking about the ancestor, so no one is an ancestor of each other. Now, they may be evolved from some ancestor, common ancestor, but they are not an ancestor of each other. They all are parallelly evolved individuals from some kind of common ancestor. So according to the question, answer should be echinodermats or chordates, because they are the very close relatives of chordata, the members of chordata. So the answer should be echinodermats. But again, remember that echinodermats, they are the close relative of chordata members. They are not the ancestors of chordata members. So this is the correct answer according to the question. Next question, plant X cannot bear a fruit. There is one plant which cannot produce fruit, and there is a plant Y who can produce fruit, but with the help of X. So what is exactly X and what is exactly Y? So X is a monoecious. What is the meaning of monoecious? Monoecious means the plant which contain both the sexes, male as well as a female. So if it is containing male part as well as a female part, so it have to make a fruit. It can make a fruit. So that's why it is not a correct answer. So all places where the monoecious is given, that is wrong. Both X and Y are dioecious. Yes, X and Y both are dioecious. Dioecious means at a time they may be male or they may be a female. Where X is a male, okay, yes, if it is there, then it is possible because male plants, they cannot make a fruits. And Y is a female, yes. If it is there, then in that case, this condition is possible. So B should be the answer, but rest of the options are X is a dioecious male and Y is monoecious female. If you're talking about this, then in this case, there is no need of X because the Y is monoecious, means it contains both the portion. So there is no need of X. So this option is eliminated. X is a dioecious female. If it is a dioecious female, so it can make a fruit with the help of Y. But here, according to the question, Y can make a fruit. So again, this is not a answer. The correct answer should be B. Next question, again, very easy question. We have to identify the sequence of the tissues present in the plant. The correct order of arrangement of primary xylem, which is represented by code 1X, and secondary xylem represented by the code 2X, primary phloem represented by the 1P, and the secondary phloem represented by the 2P from the periphery side. This is the peripheral side towards the center. This is the center. So from out towards inward, what should be the correct sequence of these layers? So the outermost portion, it contains primary phloem, right? Then secondary phloem, then secondary xylem, and then primary xylem. This is the overall sequence. So the correct answer should be first primary phloem, then secondary phloem, then next should be the secondary xylem. Secondary xylem is represented by this, so the correct answer should be this. This is not a correct answer. Secondary xylem, primary xylem. So this should be the correct answer.